Here are some short stories I've collected during my time at the CVS I used to work at. Down syndrome guy. Around town, there's a guy with severe Down syndrome. I don't know what his name is, so I'll call him Dan. Dan and his mom frequented my CVS. One time, a concerned and flustered-looking woman approached me at the counter. Apparently, she had seen Dan take something off the shelf and put it in his shorts. When she confronted him about it, he pulled his shorts down and flashed her. When Dan and his mom were checking out, I quietly told her what had happened. She laughed and said he was probably showing that he had nothing hidden in his shorts. 2. No restroom key. I had a man approach me at the register asking for the restroom key. He said he had tried a couple times to open the door, but it didn't work, so he assumed we had a key. I told him with a bemused expression that we don't use restroom keys in this store, and that usually when a restroom is locked, it means someone's using it. He blushed furiously and left without another word. I felt bad for the person inside. 3. Phone Karen. The finer details of this story have been lost to time, but I believe what happened was we got a phone call once from this lady who was fed up with the wait on the phone to the pharmacy. I answered the phone, and she started chewing my head off. I told her that this is the front store and that I'm just a clerk, so she demanded to speak to my manager. I obliged and called him up, and he answered the phone and listened to her a bit. But I could tell he was getting frustrated because he was getting on and on. Eventually, he interrupted her and said, "Look, ma'am, if you're so frustrated with how busy the pharmacy is, I'm positive they could really use your help. Starting wage is $16/H," and hung up. My coworker and I were dying with suppressed giggles at the other register. 4. Pervs. A couple guys in their 20s came in once, and one of them noticed a rather curvy woman a little further ahead of them pushing a cart with her baby in it. He quickly snuck up behind her and made a gesture like he was about to smack her butt, and then made eye contact with the other guy, who laughed. I have no idea who the woman was, but the look on his face at the register when I said with a stern expression, "Classy asshole, next time don't do it to my wife," was well worth the lie. 5. Looking for my wife. For some reason, there is always at least 1 or 2 random elderly gentlemen a day who will stand up front looking lost. When approached with the question, "Can I help you find anything?" they always respond with some variation of, "I'm looking for my wife." Sometimes I can even locate said wife, but it happens so much that I decided to make jokes about it. "Can I help you find anything?" "Yes, young man, my wife." If I had $1, one time I initiated it, but it was a mistake. I grinned at the elderly man up front, then asked him, "Looking for your wife?" To which he responded, "No, sonny, she's been dead for about 15 years. I was mortified. I never initiated the looking for wife joke again.